somebody fell from aloft, continued. But the captain wasn't so sure about getting rid of it that way. Could it be a stowaway? He asked. But the ship was so filled with lumber that we were carrying, there was no space where a living thing could hide for 3 weeks, which is how long we'd been out. Even if it was a stowaway, what was it doing aloft on such a dirty day? There's no reason for anyone to be up there. There was nothing to see. Finally, the captain gave up and told us to heave him overboard. Then nobody would touch him. The mate ordered us to pick him up, but nobody made a move. Then he tried coaxing, but that didn't do any good. Suddenly, that loony McLaren starts yelling, I handled him once, I can handle him again. And he picks up the body and staggers over to the railing with it. He's just about to throw it overboard when it wraps its 2 big long arms around him and they go over together. Then on the way down, one of them starts laughing in a horrible way. The mates are yelling to launch a boat, but nobody would get into a boat, not on a night like this. We threw over a couple of life preservers after them, but everybody knew they wouldn't help. So that was that. Or was it? The first chance I had to go home after that, I went right over to see old Captain Spurshoe, who was the captain of the Gertrude, was around. Well, he says, one trip 2 outlandish men were shipped aboard the Gertrude. One of them was McLaren and the other one was a really big fella. The big fellow was always picking on McLaren and thumping him about. And McLaren was always talking about how we would get back at him. Well, this wet, dirty night, 2 of them went up there alone, and the big one came a-flying down, killed himself deader than Harry. McLaren says the foot rope that they were using parted, and how he almost fell himself. But everybody who saw that rope knew she didn't give away on her own. She had been cut through with a knife. After that, whenever we came to port, McLaren thought we were going to get the police after him, and he'd get pretty scared, but we couldn't prove anything. So we didn't try. In the end, I guess the big fella took care of things in his own way. If he was a ghost that came back, that's what he was. If there be things like ghosts.